A summit was held today in Kurunegala under the theme Lending a Hand to Economic Development.
The summit was an initiative of the Kurunegala District Abhimani Women's Organisation. The summit, which was held under the auspices of Jalani Premadasa, also saw the participation of several UNP parliamentarians. Last week, we commemorated the birth, enlightenment and parinirvana of our Lord Buddha. While we were commemorating this, the government was commemorating their own festival. The price of milk powder was increased by 61 rupees, the price of cement was increased by 51 rupees, and the price of gas was increased by 265 rupees. Now look at what they are saying. This is what they said. Last week, the milk flowed down the streets. The milk flowed on the streets by the Bowser, and now the people have no milk. But all the worms have milk flowing along the streets for them. This is what the country has been pushed towards. After this, Johnson Fernando says they increased milk powder prices in order to protect the local dairy farmer. So I need to ask if they increase gas prices to protect the firewood owners.
At a time like this, we believe that when decisions like this are made every day, when the election comes around, in the face of the hardships they are facing, the people will make the correct choice. They said that women would benefit from Mataratita. Today, there is no talk about this. Therefore, in the midst of all this, we have to take leadership. No matter how much the qualities of our women are glorified, no one is coming forward to provide solutions to the problems faced by our women and to identify the sadness afflicting our women and to correct these issues. The way I see it, our women have fallen into a great crevice. If our women are to climb out of this crevice, then the solution is in the hands of the women. I constantly reiterate that if our women are to be strengthened, if you are to come to the forefront, then we must bear more responsibility for our country.
Well, farmers in the Ambagahagav area in Madavachia say that they are severely inconvenienced as they have been unable to sell the paddy harvest reaped during the Maha season this year. The farmers point out that although the government had informed them that the paddy stocks will be purchased, these promises have been limited to mere words.
"250 families residing in the Ambagahava village depend on paddy farming as their main source of income. The farmers have been compelled to stock their produce as the government has failed to provide them with a reasonable price for their paddy harvest.
We have to sell 2 kilograms of paddy in order to buy a cake of soap. Farming is our livelihood. We have to sell paddy for an unreasonable price.
No one has come here and purchased paddy from us. There is 1.5 million kilos of paddy stocked as the farmers have been unable to sell their produce for a reasonable price. They say that 2,000 kilos will be purchased. We have to take the stocks of paddy and stay there for several days. Since we travel from a distance, we don't have an opportunity." When news first made inquiries, the Anuradhapura Divisional Manager of the Paddy Marketing Board said area residents are unaware about the government's program to purchase paddy. The government will purchase 3,000 kilos of paddy from a farmer. However, there are certain instances where the price stipulated by the government is comparatively low than the market rate. On those instances, the farmers sell it directly to the private traders because they receive a higher price. We believe that such a situation may occur.
Asad Salih, United People's Freedom Alliance councillor for the Colombo Municipal Council, says that minorities in the country are facing many problems at present. He made this statement at a function held in Colombo today.
The sports meet of Britain International College in Dematogoda was held at the Moors Sports Club grounds in Colombo today. UPFA Colombo Municipal Councillor Asad Salih was the chief guest at the event.
Today also in the country, we see a lot of problems faced by the minorities. We all, not only minorities, we all have the equal status of every individual in this country. We are no third-class citizen in this country. We all enjoy the same freedom and benefit. Today, small incidents take place, but we will ensure that the Sinhala Muslim unity, the Tamil Muslim unity, the Tamil Sinhala unity will all be upheld, and all communities in this country will live together as one. We will all live as Sri Lankans and not allow any minority bodies to interfere into internal affairs of the country and to destroy the unity of the Sri Lankans.
Now, a seminar organized by the Tamil National Alliance was held in Jaffna today to create awareness regarding democratic means of obtaining political and social rights.
The seminar was held with the participation of a group including Senior Advisor on Political Affairs at the US Embassy in Colombo, Paul Carter, TNA parliamentarians M.A. Sumandiran and C. Sridharan.
The United States is helping to restore the former conflict areas through our assistance projects. We are waiting to hear the details of the government's plans to implement the LLRC recommendations. This week, Minister of External Affairs G.L. Piris travels to the United States to meet with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and other officials of our government. Secretary Clinton will ask about the government's plans and progress in implementing the LLRC recommendations as discussed in the UN resolution.
Speaking during the Minnal program hosted by J. Sri Ranga on our sister channel Shakti TV this evening, Colombo Municipal Councillor Asad Sali had this to say.
Sambandhan hoisted the national flag in Jaffna at a time when the national flag could not be hoisted there. The government has to be proud of this. The UNP need not be proud of this. The government must praise Sambandhan for hoisting the national flag. Ranil Wickramasinghe should give leadership to these discussions. Acting Media Minister Lakshman Yapa Abewardena told Ranil Wickramasinghe that he provided Sambandhan a flag and provided him the opportunity to hoist the flag. So now Wickramasinghe must bring him to the round table discussions. Tisathanayaka had said that if the government is willing to conduct this in the right way, then they are prepared to bring him to the discussion table.
Well, Suan joins us now with the very latest from the world of sports. Good evening, Suan.
Good evening, Sonali.
Over to you.
Thank you. England top-order batsman Kevin Pietersen recently said that he loves to play for his country, England. Pietersen, who is playing for the Delhi Daredevils in this season of the Indian Premier League, left the Daredevils and headed for England to take part in a domestic cricket tournament prior to the scheduled series against West Indies. This is a clear example which depicts how country comes first. Does this not apply to cricketers in Sri Lanka as well?
On the 20th of last month, Sri Lanka cricket captain Mahela Jayawardena responded to a statement made by former Lankan Test cricket captain Arjuna Ranatunga, who said that the IPL brings out butchers. On that day, Mahela Jayawardena said that his ODI career had reached a good standard because of the Indian Premier League. Meanwhile, paceman Lasith Malinga has said that who he plays for is not important to him. He also mentioned that he is a freelance cricketer who does not have a contract with Sri Lanka Cricket. Lasith Malinga's point is that he will sign contracts with Sri Lanka Cricket for individual tours as his annual contract fee is insufficient. What is the tragic future that lies ahead if decisions are reached based on personal benefits and money? If this situation is taken, for example, by not only a senior player, but a player who will gain seniority in the future of Sri Lanka cricket will not be bright. Chairman of Sri Lanka Cricket confirmed that the signing of contracts with players will take place in June, as most of the players are currently out of the country. Minister of Sports Mahindananda Alutgamage said that the contract will not be signed based on the whims and fancies of players. He also emphasized that a decision will be taken regarding the players who refuse to sign the contract presented by Sri Lanka Cricket. There should be discipline in sports. Without it, sports cannot be uplifted. Don't destroy cricket with things like SLPL and IPL. You cannot blame the players for this. The higher officials and politicians should be held responsible for this. There is no doubt that the statement made by Kevin Peterson, which showed honour to his country, is a noteworthy example to Sri Lankan cricketers and administrators. Is it not the wish of all sports fans that the decision taken by the Minister of Sports on the future of cricket will reap positive results?
And now moving on to the world of Olympics, Great Britain's Helen Jenkins continued her brilliant start to 2012 with a dominating run leg in San Diego to crush the field in a race that had a huge impact on London Olympic qualification.
Jenkins now leads the ITU rankings with Erin Densham of Australia second and Andrea Hewitt of New Zealand third. After an 8-women bike breakaway put 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the first chase group coming out of transition 2, Jenkins and Australia's Erin Densham went to the lead into the first lap of the 10-kilometre run. In seesawing battle between the Australian Olympic homeful and Jenkins, Densham pulled away to almost 10 metres in front in second lap before Jenkins stunningly wheeled in the difference and turned the tables. In an incredible second half, she went ahead to record a time of 1 hour 58 minutes and 21 seconds, over a minute ahead of Erin Densham's time of 1 hour 59.26.
Well, that wraps up Primetime Weekend News for tonight. Have a great week ahead. Good night.